guys, we're on our way to Niagara Falls and in the Model X. So this video will be Megatron in Niagara Falls. I'm gonna try to get some pictures for our Patreon account and of the wings up and the falls behind it. Not sure that's gonna happen. So on our way to the falls, we'll see you. To Starbucks all the time. We go anywhere, we go to Starbucks. So here we go. What do you think of the Falcon Wings on the Model X?
Me?
No, the girl
cool.
behind you. What?
So they're pretty cool.
They're pretty cool?
Yeah.
This is my daughter, Alexis.
It's like Back to the Future.
Back to the Future? Like the DeLorean?
Yeah.
What about you, Mrs. Bell?
I'm the one that wanted it. I like it.
You love it?
I do. I love it.
What do you think about the Falcon Wing doors?
Pretty cool. Very Back to the Future.
That's what Alexis said. Holy cow, you guys are related. Alright,
Nice one.
off to Niagara Falls we go. Walk toward the Model X. If you have the key in your pocket and it knows you want to drive it, so it should open the door for us. So let's see if it does it. Ready? Here it is. Then when you go past it, it'll open it up further. Look at that. That is insane. Let's open up the wings so you guys can see them. Just waiting for everybody to get done in there with their Starbucks, and then we'll head off on to Niagara Falls. So we're still waiting for them to get out of Starbucks, and this is kind of the direction we're taking with the maps here. So we're at Starbucks, heading 990 to 290 through Grand Island, which is very similar to the direction we took for when we went to the Queenston Lewiston Bridge to do our first Model X service appointment. So we're gonna go through Grand Island again, and then we're gonna go into we're gonna go visit the Whirlpool. So my wife wanted to take my daughter there while she's here back home from Pennsylvania, so we're gonna do that. So everybody's coming back here, and I got the wings open, so my daughter's gonna come in. She thinks it's the coolest thing to kind of get in and close the wing up. So there she is. Close up the wing.
Okay.
So you can close it with the button there or on the screen here. If you go into controls and you go into doors up here, you can see how it shows you the wing open. You can just click on this button here and it'll actually close it. Easy enough. Pretty awesome. Okay, so we're off to Whirlpool, Niagara Falls. We'll see you. Alright, so we're autopiloting on the, is it 290, I think? Yep, autopiloting on the 290 on our way to Niagara Falls to look at the Whirlpool. So I gotta give you guys a look in like I always do, so you can see what's going on when we autopilot. We got it set for 65 and a 55. If you look behind us here, my father-in-law is following us here in his truck behind us. And we're just letting autopilot do its job. We're staying right in the middle lane. If you haven't seen this before, it says right here, it's flashing hold steering wheel. Now it's beeping at me. So if you don't own a Tesla, you're looking to get a Tesla, when you do autopilot, it will periodically flash at you, so you have to hold the steering wheel. That way you cannot fall asleep, because over time, if you don't grab the steering wheel, it will keep on piloting, and then it'll slow down, and then it'll automatically put your four-ways on and stop you in the middle of traffic. So that'll be embarrassing. All right, so we're on our way to Niagara Falls, Whirlpool. See ya.
I am filming.
Okay, so we're close to the Whirlpool area. If you look in the distance there, you're gonna see the Skylon Tower. I've probably said this on a couple other occasions. That's where I proposed to my wife. I actually took her up on top of that tower. It spins around, and I didn't get down on my knee because it was too tight, but I did propose to her there. Some of the Niagara River to the left here, it flows right into the falls, and if you look in the distance, you can probably see a little bit of the mist coming up. So we're actually taking my daughter up there. just kind of walk around and stuff. She's home from college for a week or so. She was in college out in the Pittsburgh area, Pennsylvania. So this is kind of a little look in of what we're seeing as we're driving. Take two. All right, so we made it to Whirlpool State Park, and there's Megatron in all its glory. Wings are open, and go ahead and close them up, Lex. It's our favorite thing to do. So you can push the button on top, or you can push the button on the inside. There you go. All right, we're on our way. Go for a walk. We'll see you.
I know, but that's what she wants to do that.
I don't think I've ever been here before.
You haven't either?
Have you been here before?
Yeah. We brought Trina though when she was for a
Yeah.
It's back behind us. It's actually,
Walking down to the gorge here. Whirlpool State Park. You can see that we're just hanging out here. It's gorgeous out here. A little bit chilly, but there's the wifey behind the scenes footage of us going to Niagara Falls with our Model X. All right, we're going into Devil's Hole.
it's closed.
Whirlpool stairs into gorge are
Let's go.
open.
It says it's open.
Weird.
Just be careful.
Other people were going.
Get to the bottom of the gorge. Tons of stairs. Definitely getting some cardio happening. Taking some pictures. There's the Niagara River. It is so awesome. Picture time. We finished our time at the gorge. Probably put in about 1,000 steps up and down. And now it's time to eat and get in the Model X. And again, I should walk up to the car. Front door should pop open for me. Thank you. All right. All right, I think we're gonna go over to Canada and do some Jimmy Buffett's. What do you think? You tired?
I'm very tired.
What about you?
Oh,
Because she's young. All right, on our way. And so we made it into Canada. They asked me my occupation. So it's the Rainbow Bridge going across to Canada.
yeah,
My wife's occupation is look over to your right, it's gorgeous. That's what we just saw. That was the Niagara River. Then you can see over here, this is the other side of Canada, back in the US. Beautiful. Having that panoramic windshield in the Model X just makes so you can see everything. Sometimes almost distracting as a driver, but beautiful.
And look at the line.
We got a little bit of a wait going into Canada. The views from the Model X. I'll let the wife talk a little bit. You don't really get to hear her voice on the Tesla Tim YouTube channel at all. So she's going to narrate the rest of the way through.
So nicely
Good luck, Mrs. Bell.
There's a lot to do in Canada on Clifton Hill. the falls on Canada side is way prettier than the falls on the United States side. On the United States side, you can pay to go off onto a walkway to look over the United States falls, where the Canada side is just much cleaner and more prettier. A lot more things to do, almost like a fair.
Cleaner.
Yeah, they do have the new.
So what do you from a woman's perspective?
The water is a lot bluer, turquoise blue than you would think that it would be. But we just researched that the rapids below the falls are one of the top 10 worst rapids in the whole world.
Like really high-end rapids? Fast. So what's your take on, so we have had the Model X for about a month or so.
There's
we have the Model S.
there. The Skylon.
What's your favorite? Is the S or the X?
The X. The
Okay.
beauty of the.
So this is a woman's point of view.
Well, I like the S.
It's for the view.
in circles. The S is more sportier. I love driving it. I like to drive fast. I don't like autopilot. I like to drive it and feel the speed in my own hands with the steering wheel. I like how fast that you can pull up next to someone and people think like they can take you, and then you're like,
Don't think so.
whoosh, and you're gone.
So what makes you, so that's Tesla in general, every one of their vehicles is like that. What about the Model X makes you like, I like the Model X better than the S?
I love the windshield. The windshield is
So
beyond
show it.
anything
Yeah, here's
I
my
think
view.
I've
Like, I
ever
take the
seen in a
camera from
vehicle.
my
It's
wife, and I'm
just
like-
so
I'm just like sitting here
open.
looking up, and so here's
And
like
it
your
just
normal
makes
view
you
of the car,
feel like you
and
can
then you
just
got the
see
car
anything.
from the view from
You
Model X.
really can. I mean, the
actually
sky.
moving
I mean, if you were to look up at something, you have nothing blocking your view.
What about like
I love the white seats. They're so clean and sexy.
What about our, do you have to put on airplane mode?
No. What about, so our youngest daughter, Alexis, why do you like the Model X?
Close the doors.
Which
She
one?
like-
What doors?
Falcon Wing doors.
I'm sure they heard you a couple times. The Falcon Wing doors.
Those are pretty cool.
They get you attention. Like the Model S and the Model X, when you pull in somewhere, you might get somebody looking like, oh, there's a Tesla. But when you open the Falcon Wing door to get out, that just gets you, like they come over.
I don't mind the attention. The only downfall is I don't know as much information as you do, so it's kind of hard to answer them. But I'm getting better.
Margaritaville.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love the idea of just how big this is.
So right now we're heading into Canada. Like I said, we're going to eat Jimmy Buffett's. We're kind of waiting in line to cross. I want to make sure that
Yeah.
we're legit.
You probably shouldn't do no more because they start recording you.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll do some film over in Canada. I might try to roll the Model X up Clifton Hill because it's pretty steep, and this thing will have no problem with that. So, all right, we'll see you later. And so we made it into Canada. They asked me my occupation, and if you guys don't know, on the Tesla Tim website, I'm actually a software developer. My wife's occupation is she actually helps run the company, and a stay-at-home mom. And then my daughter's occupation is she's a student. So that's what we said to the guy. And this is the other side of Canada, looking back at the U.S.
Except for I got flustered and said I was a home model.
Yeah, she didn't say, I'm a small business owner. So we're kind of driving toward Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Nice and slow.
Margaritaville.
This is going under the Rainbow Bridge. And just the views from the Model X that you're driving, like looking at Skylon Tower, looking at the whole skyline of Ontario here. Even over here, it's everything. You can see everything so good.
See how nicely trimmed that is? It's so pretty.
So I just love driving this thing because of that. That takes nothing away from a Model S. I love a Model S.
And look at the people on this side. The United States side doesn't have this many people.
They do if you go walk over by the falls. There's so many people.
Look at how nice though this is. So cute.
Yeah, they definitely keep it up here a lot better than the U.S. side. Hopefully in the future they do something to develop that side.
Let's go ziplining.
There's Clifton Hill.
Yeah. Gotta go around the bus here.
Yeah, they do have the new thing with
The
the
zip
zip
line?
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, go watch.
I couldn't imagine doing that
That'd
over
be awesome.
by the falls.
Look at it.
I see it.
The zip line to the falls.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great idea. They're gonna make a lot of money on that. Is Cody behind us still?
I hope so. I don't know. You have me recording.
Oh, I'm going nice and slow. So they'll catch you. Yeah, he's still.
See, look at the flowers.
There's where I proposed to my wife there, the Skylon Tower.
You take the elevator all the way to the top, and there's a really nice restaurant. Very pricey though, just to let you know. But and
That's
it goes
for the
around
view.
in circles, so you can see the 360, and you can go all the way to the very top, and it looks over the whole falls. There's the United States Falls over there. Yeah.
Let's just stop in the middle of the road, take a
And
picture.
then over there is the Horseshoe Falls. Look at. I mean, you don't even have to worry about really anything getting in the way. It's like huge. You can see everything. I mean, you might have a little bit of the mirror, but that's even small. And I knew, considering the regular windshield.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, here's my view. Like if I take the camera from my wife, and I'm just like sitting here looking up, and so here's like your normal view in a car, and then you got the car from the view from Model X. Like I'm actually looking up at the Skylon Tower.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, show them that.
That's crazy.
And there's tons of people crossing. Another Starbucks.
So we're going to be going down Clifton Hill with the X, which is pretty sexy. Just gotta figure out how we're gonna get through all this crowd of people. We'll figure it out though. People they do part every once in a while. There we go. There's a pretty mob down here. But it's a pretty neat place to come out and hang out, that's for sure.
Was it golf? Boston pizza.
There's a ride up there. Those balloons.
I never knew that. An actual ride or just like
Yeah,
a...
look at it. People are coming down off the ride.
Hmm.
It's like a freaking fair.
Yeah, we need something like this on our side, huh?
I know, like it's tons of business.
That was Clifton Hill. Across the bridge we go. We'll see you over there. There's a falls over there if you want to. They can see it. Let's see if I can kind of get it better.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
There's the falls. All right, so we're on Grand Island once again. I'm autopiloting about 73 miles an hour, and I need some hand sanitizer in my hand. So I'm on autopilot. Let's throw some hand sanitizer in my hand. Close it up. Throw it in my drawer. I've done a bunch of videos that say what's the best reason for having autopilot. I think this might be one of them. Putting hand sanitizer on if you need it. We're basically heading back over the other side of the Grand Island Bridge, and then we're gonna go back home, and then we'll get this video up on the internet for you guys. All right. So that was our my little trip in the Niagara Falls Whirlpool. It's been pretty fun so far. we're on our way back home from Niagara Falls. I'm letting wifey drive her Megatron because it's hers. So she's gonna change her profile. It usually changes as you get in and out, but her key was already in here. So it really can't change if you never really got in and out. She got in and out, but her key stayed in her purse. And she got in and out, or out and in. So we only got about 13 miles to go, but I figured I'd let her drive her Megatron. I've been driving it all day. You can see the main dash there, the main display there, odometer we gonna call it, and the maps are in dark mode now too.
It's very dark out.
Tons of power. You can't even see her, it's so dark. So we're just driving. Now you won't see any autopilot here at all because she don't like autopilot. Not that she don't like it, she just doesn't trust it. She's like the people. When it comes to like AI, she's those people that wants to regulate AI, which I'm cool with that too. But she don't trust the computer to do anything for her. But guess what? Computers are what make you money. We're driving Megatron because I work in computers and software. So, but
Yeah,
I guess
but I don't need it to drive me.
I guess she don't trust the computer with her life. And
Otherwise, we're gonna have Terminator on our hands.
Terminator. All right, so we're almost back to our place. We'll see ya. All right, so we finally got home, and we're pulling into the driveway, and that's the end of our Niagara Falls video. And the HomeLink automatically opened our garage door for us, but my wife doesn't feel comfortable pulling this in, so I'll pull it in myself.
Watch out for my cupboards.
All right, so we made it back from our trip. All right, guys, made it back from Niagara Falls. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you like our content on Tesla Tim, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/Tesla Tim. Support us and you get some free content behind the scenes. Stuff that we don't put on our YouTube channel. We put it on Patreon for you guys to look at that stuff. And say goodnight to Megatron and goodnight to Phoenix. All right, guys, until next time. Peace. All right, so behind the scenes, I got to squeeze back here and the garage door closed. Am I gonna make it? I gotta get a charger. You know, I gotta get a longer charging cable because it's only like about 12 feet. Squeeze through again. Just let the door open. And that way, if I had a longer cable, I could actually plug in here or just go further and plug in down there. But this is basically as far as the cable will go. Maybe that's something in the future I can invest in. So let's go ahead and pop this open. And pop open. There you go. Let's go. We're all plugged in. This is kind of behind the scenes stuff. You know, when you plug in, your car actually will say starting to charge momentarily, and then it lets you know what's going on.